Brian McNaught.
And I'm Ray Struble.
And we've been together for 36 years in May of 2012. I grew up as one of 7 children in Detroit in an Irish Catholic family.
And I grew up one of 7 boys in Catholic Wichita, Kansas. So we both had very similar backgrounds.
We met as roommates. We were both involved with Dignity, which is a national gay Catholic organization.
Brian was on the board, was moving to Boston to take on a position, so he was
looking for a place to live.
Yeah, so he was a natural roommate.
So Ray and another guy found an apartment that needed a 3rd roommate, so I moved in. You know, I was a child of the 60s, as was Ray. We were both involved. Ray was involved in voter registration in the South, and I was a conscientious objector to the Vietnam War, and I served my alternative service at this Detroit Catholic newspaper. I was a reporter and a columnist and an occasional talk show host for the Catholic Church in Detroit. In 1974, when I started the Detroit chapter of Dignity, they dropped my column, which became a big issue in all of Michigan through the media. I went on a hunger fast, which was not untypical at the time. Dr. Martin Luther King and Cesar Chavez had both gone on this hunger fast, so I went on it. Said that I wasn't going to eat any food or drink any liquid until the church pledged to educate the clergy on what homosexuality was. I was subsequently fired from the job, and my unintended career began with people asking me to come and speak to their college classes, and then to their whole freshman class, and then so I've been doing public education through books and videos and public speaking for 37 years, starting in 1974.
I was in the seminary and left the seminary, and as an openly gay person, had got disowned by my family, so it was a question of eating and finding work in order to put a roof over my head. And met Brian within 2 years after that, but you know, in the course of this, you know, I did accounting. Boston was a mutual fund capital of the world, and so the accounting that I got into was mutual fund accounting, and that led to Wall Street.
So we have a great story of me being at home writing the first safe sex brochure on AIDS with a team of gay doctors and activists, and Ray walking in the door in his 3-piece suit and taking his tie off and joining us, or Ray walking in the door and having 200 people there for a benefit for Gary Studs when he was being censured in Congress.
And I was one of the first people out on Wall Street. I came out in 1986. I was with Lehman Brothers. It took a while to educate them. But what was interesting is that Wall Street became a client of Brian's, and by 2004, Lehman had Brian in to do education on gay issues.
With Ray in the audience. It was really wonderful. It's a responsibility for those of us who have to share with those who don't. We focused all of our attention on the Stonewall National Museum and Archive now because we feel that it's very important that our history, our stories be found, preserved, and told. I feel very strongly about the fact that we don't own anything. In life, we're just taking care of things until the next person has possession of them. And we want to be good caretakers. And being good caretakers means sharing with others what we've been given responsibility to take care of. If our story of love is told and how it grew despite all the opposition, that it will give hope to others who see it and embrace it.
everybody has to have a history.
And a family.
And we honor that, but if we honor our history, then, and people understand that, then we're much more able to have a sense of belonging.
And so our hope for legacy is that we help create a sense of family for the people of today and tomorrow from all cultures who come in and witness it, to say, hey, that's me. And they live lives that were full of love and peace, and I can have that too.
Yeah. Most families pass everything that they have on to their children. Well, we don't have children. Yeah, we're passing this on to the future generation of gay people.
Neither one of us are good at asking our friends to give money. We're terrible at it. We feel that if we do it and they see from our lives the happiness that it brings us, and they listen to us at least talk about why we're doing it, that we've role modeled and they can make their own choices. We don't want anyone to feel guilt-tripped. It's not, they have to make their own journey. Everyone has to decide for themselves what it is that they want to leave behind. So be a philanthropist
And make the connection.